Dear listeners, dear future buyers, I'm glad to meet you here at this very conference to tell you some stuff about the most incredible technological innovation of the century. I'm talking about Kesra, the artificial intelligence that will add 50 years to your life expectancy. So, let's begin with the basics, won't we? I'm not teaching you anything if I tell you that medical sciences made huge progress during the 20th century. Basically, modern surgery has been invented. We don't die of flu anymore. If your kidneys do not work, we can replace them, but overall, outlandish diseases like this one and this one do not exist anymore thanks to vaccination. But, and there's a big but, we kinda stagnate since a few decades. If infectious diseases are not the public health scourge they were at the time, they have been replaced by a so much more deceitful enemy, chronic diseases. And for that, unfortunately, we can only blame ourselves. Indeed, ourselves. I mean, overconsumption, unhealthy way of living, unhealthy way of eating, work stress, overwork, etc. It might not be far stretched to say that modern society is murdering itself by not taking care of its well-being. This is largely due to our diet. In 2022, our relationship to food is no longer healthy for many of us. We no longer take the time to cook, and often we reheat greasy, salty, and ultra-processed supermarket dishes in the microwave, to the great displeasure of our organism, which then has to deal with a plethora of viciously sophisticated additives, preservatives, whose composition is so frightening that we don't want to know about it, endocrine disruptors whose toxic effects are, to say the least, scary. Our fruits and vegetables have lost, on average, 70% of their vitamin, fiber, and mineral content over the past 50 years due to intensive land use, which then retains its fertility. The eggs we eat are raised by hens that literally never see the light of day, and they're kept in tiny cages where they are crammed into 5 or 6, so often they end up by pecking at each other, taking each other for food. We may have the impression of living in abundance, but in reality, our ancestors certainly ate less than us in terms of quantity, but in a much more pleasant and healthy way. The result? An obesity pandemic across 5 continents. By the way, did you know that the leading cause of death in Europe was heart failure due to cholesterol excess? But I didn't came here to make you take out the tissues. Actually, I came here with a solution. Kesra is here for you. One of the fundamentals of our project is the food mode, especially designed to support you in your diet. Concretely, every time you are about to eat something, to put a piece of food in your mouth, just before that fateful moment, Kesra intervenes. Basically, the AI tells you if it's good for you or not, but the details are quite impressive. The AI analyzes the composition of what you are holding in your hand and, in a period of 3.5 seconds, cross-checks the information on the composition of what you are about to eat with the information it has on what else you have eaten during the day and during the week, as well as on your health and your doctor's recommendations. But it will be more convincing if you see it with your own eyes. For the record, Uday takes a triple cheeseburger out of his pocket and directs it to his mouth to consume.
Please be patient before you act. Kesra is analyzing what you hold in your hand.
What a killjoy!
It's for your own good.
You are certainly right.
This is a triple cheeseburger from the McDonald's restaurant chain. I give it a score of 7.5/20. First of all, you should know that eating it all the way through will not make you feel full because of its small size. The manufacturer has designed it so that you'll be frustrated when you bite the last bite and settle for potatoes or other fried foods. Moreover, it is made exclusively of ultra-processed foods mixed with dubious additives and preservatives that will shorten your life expectancy in the long run. The meat, lettuce, tomato, and wheat used to make the bread are intensively farmed, in contradiction with your ecological values and your philosophy of life. Finally, in concrete terms, You will suffer from acid reflux during the day, your intestinal transit will be disrupted for 2 days, and you will overexploit your liver, which will lead the digestion process to make you feel excessively tired and will deprive you of a quarter of your usual productivity during the day. There are other things to say, but I think you get the idea.
Oh, very well. I'll throw it in the bin then. What would I do without you?
Your life expectancy would be reduced by 15 years.
Touché. What else do you recommend for lunch?
My continuously updated database informs me that according to his Facebook post, your daddy has prepared stew made with vegetables from his garden for lunch, and your family and some friends are going to join him to share this meal together. There are 3 reasons why this is a win-win situation. Firstly, you'll have a good time with your loved ones, which will make you happy in the short and medium term by strengthening your social ties. Secondly, you will enjoy the food, because according to the information you gave me when I was setting up, your dad is an excellent cook. Finally, your dad's stew is a healthy dish cooked with foods that are very beneficial to your body.
How could I refuse your proposal with such good arguments?
As my motto says, my duty is to serve.
As you may have noticed, in its analysis, based on continuously updated data, Kisra, of course, takes into account the psychological factor. For example, if you've just been dumped by your boyfriend or girlfriend, and to compensate for the immense sadness you feel, you reach for a tub of ultra-caloric but oh so comforting ice cream, she won't dare to provide you with her usual rational and sanctimonious jibber-jabber. She'll just say, "Eat up, you deserve it. He or she was just a selfish jerk and you're a much better person." Of course, she'll make you go and catch up on all that with a 40-minute jog 2 hours later, but for now, you're heartbroken, so first things first. This presentation is coming to an end, so I suggest to move on the technical side of our project to prove you its soundness. First of all, you should know that the Kesra database is updated in real time, 7 days a week and 24 hours a day, by our specialized teams of nutritionists, gastroenterologists, psychologists, and sociologists, who take turns to ensure an improved, non-stop experience. Kesra is essential to your daily life because it builds on everything that makes it up. It feeds off your conversations, your social networks, and extensive sociological studies to always determine, with diplomacy and common sense, the best way for it to behave with you. We propose several supports to host our AI. Electronic earring. This is the most convenient in our opinion because the AI will be close to your ear to communicate with you. Connected watch, bracelet, necklace, etc. Of course, for aesthetic purposes. All these objects can be personalized online on our official website, Kesra.com. If you're wondering how does Kesra manage to determine when you are about to start eating, we can tell you that it is based on joint factors. Your hormonal activity, first of all, because when a person is about to eat, their thyroid glands deliver a chemical message that is characteristic and recognizable by its complexity. Also, Kesra, through all its types of support, is equipped with a 360 degrees camera that functions permanently, as well as a microphone and can, therefore, analyze your activity throughout the day. It also recognizes food with spectacular accuracy, whether what you are eating is traditional cuisine from an unknown country lost in the mountains or an indefinable recipe of yours. Don't worry about it, Kesra is based on technology similar to that of Google Lens, but for the moment, and this is constantly improving, 200 times more powerful. Finally, you should know that to help you improve your diet, the purchase of a Kesra device will provide you with a lifetime discount of 30% at more than 50 of our partners who work in the field of organic food. Yes, you heard me right. 30% discount on almost all organic products on the market when you buy a Kesra device. The base price for this revolutionary artificial intelligence is $1,950 excluding taxes, not including the annual subscription required to operate your device, set at $180 per year. This is a price that may surprise some, but keep in mind that the development of this project has taken us 7 years of non-stop work, and that our team of scientists and our customer service are highly qualified to offer you the best possible experience. Thank you for your attention.